we should keep going, we should keep moving forward and making progress and making growth in some way or another that is concrete, psychological, practical, and in many other forms at the same time, which happens almost intrinsically or practically because of our practice, because of our consistent action and instantaneous movement, or psychological resilience and frequency also. But then again, wherever there is action, there is meaning. And action, movement are mandatory requirements in the creation and generation of not only eventual success and inevitable growth, invincibility, imperativeness, but also in consistent progress, learning, there is involved success and action. Without action, there can be no movement, and without meaning, without movement, everything falls apart, everything becomes dead, meaningless, insignificant, and absurd anyways. The moment we stop acting, the moment we stop participating in action and stop engaging in basically different movements that are psychological, practical, and physiological at the same time. So definitely we should keep going, we should keep basically throwing the ball in different directions, and we should keep also questioning ourselves, doubting our obviously false failures, and then examining, evaluating ourselves as much as we possibly can, particularly in our shortcomings, deficiencies, disadvantages, so that they are neither ignored nor do they get neglected. Because the moment we take everything in us for granted, we are eventually met with failure. We eventually encounter a lot of downfall, suffering, sadness in life, not because we're bad, not because essentially we're unsuccessful or divorced from education, but because we lack self-reflection. We don't have consciousness, self-knowledge, and self-faith within ourselves, or we just don't want to see the problems we have within ourselves. And because we ignore and neglect our basically false errors, chaos, we suffer from them in one way or another. So instead of criticizing others and pointing fingers to the others, because whatever the others suffer from is their problem, is their independence and choice, even if they persist and dwell in ignorance, blind faith, superstition, hatred, chaos, violence, that is their problem. But we should continue to take ourselves to the transformation, transcendence, because we have only one life, but if we live it rightly and contemplatively, then that is enough. So we should seek growth, obviously self-question, self-investigate to create a new version of ourselves about values, virtues, and maintaining them, holding on to them, and living in absolute harmony, alignment with our inward virtues, obviously our words, actions, thoughts, everything should align, harmonize